Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eye. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October sky. They took the breeze in the trees, singing weird melodies, and they made that the start of the blues. And from away came a tale of a down-hearted quail, and they made that the start of the blues. From a whippoorwill high on a hill, they took a new note, pushed you through a horn till it was born into a blue note. And then they rehearsed it and gave out the news, and they made that the start of the blues. Yeah, from a whippoorwill high on a hill, they took a blue note, pushed you through a horn till it was worn into a new note. And then they rehearsed it and gave out the news, and they made that the birth of the blues. And they call that the birth of the blues. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to Rainmaker Productions. We're just delighted to be here. You know, I'm one of the few remaining Las Vegas performers that started here in the lounges in 1970. Well, you see, in January in 1970, I was in Cleveland, Ohio. And if any of you have been to Cleveland, Ohio, you know that in January you're going to see nothing but brown skies, 8-foot snowdrifts. It's about 15 below, and don't forget the black ice. Well, I came out to Las Vegas, and there were blue skies, palm trees, showgirls, neon lights. I said, this is the place for me. And boy, the month I was here performing, we were treated like royalty, because that's what they did back in the day, back in the heydays of Las Vegas. And I went back home. I was quite young at the time. I went back home after I finished my contract, and I said, well, Mom, you've got two choices. I'm either going to run away or you can come with me. And she said, you know what? Let's go. So we packed up the car, my mom, my girlfriend, my dog, my little sister, and her potty chair, and we headed west, never looked back. And the first show we had to see was Louis Prima and Keely Smith. And they were right down the street at the Sahara Hotel in the Casbah Lounge. He did this song, and I just fell in love. That old black magic has me in a spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. That same old magic when your eyes meet mine. that same old feeling that I feel inside when that elevator starts its ride. Down, down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught the tide. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire. Only your kiss can put out the fire. Oh, you're the lover that I've waited for, the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go in a spin. Loving that spin I'm in, under that old black magic called love. Yeah! I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire. Only your kiss can put out the fire. Ooh, you're the lover that I've waited for, the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go in a spin. Loving that spin I'm in, under that old black magic called love. Yes, I'm in a spin, loving that spin I'm in, under that old black magic called love. Yeah! Thank you. Oh, it's so fun. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I'll tell you, there was nothing like the heydays of Las Vegas. And fast forward now to about 1978. And I put together my first business with Dean Martin's daughter, Gail. Gail Martin was hysterical. She had the same sense of humor as Dean. So needless to say, we did a lot of laughing. Didn't do a lot of business, but we had a great time. Anyway, I always think of Dean Martin when I do this next song, because even though Sinatra recorded it, even the Pussycat Dolls, Michael Bublé, I still love the way Dean Martin recorded this particular song. How about putting a little Latin on it? What do you think? When marimba rhythm starts to sway, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, so wave me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Dance with me, make me sway. When we sway, you'll have your way with me. Stay with me, so sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go wee. I can hear the sound of violins long before it began. So hold me close as only you know how. Hold dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go. I can hear the sound of violence long before it begins. So hold me close as only you know how. Hold me close, sway me now. Sway with me, sway with me. Thank you. Such a fun song. Such a fun song. You know, this year we've lost some of our wonderful icons and musical legends. There's one gentleman, very special to me. I was performing at the Desert Inn Hotel in 1973 through 76. And the Desert Inn, for those of you who may not know, is where the Wynn Hotel sits now, and probably the most elegant property we had back in the day. And it was wonderful. And the lounge performers were treated just great. There was always a maitre d' there. And then the showroom performers very often would come over and visit us, and we would visit them. And when I was performing in the lounge, Tony Bennett was in the showroom, and such a dear man and a brilliant talent. And we're so lucky we had him for so many years. So I'd like to send the next song out. Tony, my friend, rest in peace. I want to be around to pick up the pieces when somebody breaks your heart. Somebody twice as smart as I. Somebody who will swear to be true like you used to do with me. Who'll leave you to learn misery, love's company. Wait and see. I wanna be around to see how she does it when she breaks your heart to bits. I want to see if that puzzle fits so fine. And that's when I'll discover that revenge is sweet, as I sit here applauding from a front row seat. When somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. Take it when she breaks your heart to bits. I want to see, I gotta see if that puzzle fits so fine. And that's when I'll discover that revenge is sweet, as I sit here applauding from a front row seat. When somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. When somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, we had some wonderful, wonderful entertainers back in the day, but there's been a few that have come out in recent years that have just blown my mind. I think are just so incredible. One little gal, I guess she's 23 years old now. She was 22 years old. She came out and she sounds like a cross between Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, Dinah Washington. She's phenomenal. She received her first Grammy, I'm sorry, at 22 years old. Her name is Samara Joy. She brought back an old Sarah Vaughan tune, put a new dress on it, and I just fell in love with it. See what you think. Can't get over this mood. Can't get over this feeling. No, I can't get over this mood. Last night your lips were too appealing, and the thrill should have been all gone by today. In the usual way. But it's only your can't get out of this dream. What a fool to dream of you. 'Twas a part of my scheme to sigh and tell you that I love you. But I'm saying it and I'm playing it down. Can't get out of this mood. Heartache, here I come. Can't get out of this dream. What a fool to dream of you. 'Twasn't part of my scheme. Yeah, I tell you that I love you. Can't get out of this mood. Can't get over this feeling. No, I can't get out of this mood. Last night your lips were too appealing, and the thrill should have been all gone by today. In the usual way. But it's only your can't get out of this dream. What a fool to dream of you. 'Twasn't part of my scheme to sigh and tell you that I love you. But I'm saying it and I'm playing it dumb. Can't get out of this mood. Heartache, here I come. Can't get out of this mood. Yeah, thank you. What a great song. What a great song. She's an incredible, incredible talent. You know, one thing about music, it brings you back to different parts of your life, different memories, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. But all of a sudden, I thought of singing this song, and I thought, geez, 1970, what was I doing? What were you doing? Van Morrison. Think of this song. Think about this one. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eye. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October sky. All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow, and I'm trying to keep to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seem to whisper and hush, and all the moonlight seem to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come, and I know now the time is just right, dear, and straight into my arms you will come. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. 'Cause every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that you cannot hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eye. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October sky. All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow, and I'm trying to keep to the calling of your heartstrings and play something low. 'Cause every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that you cannot hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just some more romance with you, my love? Moon dance with you, romance with you. Can I just have one more moon dance with you? Thank you. Oh, such a fun song. Van Morrison. He was great, 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 great. And you know what? When I was growing up, there was no Beatles and Rolling Stones. That wasn't going on at our house. There was Lou Rawls and Ella Fitzgerald and Joe Williams and Ray Charles. And I love them all. But this next song always, always gets to me. And I hope you remember this song by Mr. Ray Charles. You give your hand to me, and then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone can tell. You think you know me well, you don't know me. Well, you don't know the one who dreams of you at night. I want to kiss your lips. I want to hold you tight to you. I'm just a friend. That's all I've ever been. But you don't know me. I never knew the art of making love, though my heart aches with love for you. Afraid I'd shy, I let the chance go by. The chance that you might love me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away. You're beside that lucky girl. You never, never know the one who loves you so, 'cause you don't know me. Well, I never knew the art of making love, though my heart aches with love for you. Afraid I'd shy, I let the chance go by. The chance that you might love me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away. You're beside that lucky girl. You never, never know the one who loves you so. 'Cause you don't know me, no. The one who loves you so, 'cause you don't know me. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Please share that applause with these gentlemen. I couldn't do a thing without them. On keys, Mr. Todd Simon. Mr. Danny D. Morales on bass. Musical director, Mr. John Drace, JD on drums. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for being so very nice. I hope you had half as much fun as I did today. So grateful to be here. Take care of yourself and each other. Till next time. I love the East, I love the West. The North and South, they're both the best. But I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rock, but oh, what's more, with you there'd never be a bore, 'cause I love being here with you. Oh, singing in the shower, laughing by the hour, life is such a breezy game. Through all kinds of weather, as long as we're together, I love to hear you say my name. I like good wine and fine cuisine and candlelight. I like that scene. Well, baby, if you know what I mean, well, I love being here with you. Do it the beep, papa, do ba, wee, papa, da ba. Do it the button, the beep, papa, da ba. Do it the boo, the boo, the boo, but do drop. Shut up, wait, shut up, wait, shut up. Give me some time. Singing, Basie's band is swinging, 'cause there's something else, you know. They know how to say it, they know how to play it, they wind it up and let it go. I love the thrill of New York show, I love to love Duranta's know, and I gotta say before I close that I love here with you. Yeah, I love being here with you. Yeah, I love being here with you. I just love being here with you.
Welcome to Vegas Beyond the Strip. I'm Sam Shockley, and I am so excited to be here today with Rene Hale. She's been on the Strip since 1970, and she's got such a backstory. We know now from her show that she's from Cleveland, and she didn't want to freeze to death, so she brought the family here to Las Vegas and stayed, and we are so happy to have you.
Thank you. Delighted to be here.
Well, you have such, I mean, usually I say, where are you from? When did you start singing? I don't want to know that. I want to know all that you've been through since you've been here in Las Vegas and who you've dated.
You always want to know who I've dated.
I like the gossip.
Well, it was 70s. You know, there were lots of people dating in the 70s.
But there's some special folks in your life.
There was. I had the opportunity to date Elvis.
Elvis Presley. Can you believe it?
Yeah, that was quite an event. And the way it all kind of came together was when I was performing at the Frontier Hotel, we had the opportunity to see Frankie Avalon. And there was another girl that was also a bookend. And Ray Anthony took us over to see Frankie Avalon. And Frankie said, why don't you go with me to see Elvis? So we all went over to see Elvis.
Ray Anthony.
Yeah. And so Ray Anthony Frankie, my other girlfriend Judy, and myself went over. We saw Elvis, and I wasn't really a fan, but I was amazed at the way the women would throw their bras and panties and all kinds of things were being thrown on stage. And then when we went backstage to meet him and say hello, and I was 3 feet away from him, I said, that's the most gorgeous man I've ever seen in my life. And I was real shy and quiet, but we did chat. And then several months later, I came back to do the show, and after gaining 5 pounds, I was fired. But I went to see the show and saw there was a big crowd in there looking at ready to see the show. And the maitre d' told me Elvis was there. And I said, well, will you take him a little note for me? And he said, no, you come over and talk to Elvis yourself. So I went over with him, and Elvis said, Renee, I came to see you in the show. And I said, well, I'm no longer in the show. And he said, well, do you have a date? I said, no, I don't have a date. And he goes, well, you do now. And he sat me down with all the bodyguards. And then Ray Anthony said, in the audience, we have the phenomenal Elvis Presley. And Elvis waves his hand, and he's got his arm around me, and I wave my hand on the other side after he had just fired me. So it was karma. It's a beautiful thing. But we had a lovely time for a while.
So when did you know you had this magnificent talent?
Well, I kind of grew up on stage. I had a stage mother who was delightful, but she started me, I want to say 4 or 5 years old. I was doing commercials in Cleveland.
Really?
And then by the time I was 7 or 8, I was doing dance competitions, and they'd bring me out as the little girl that would do all the twist was in then, and I did all these crazy numbers, and they would bring me out to do all of that. And I came out here actually as a dancer singer. And then when I found out you had to be 5'9" to be a dancer and topless, and I went, I better get the singing chops up.
Well, you have that voice that projects, and you're an entertainer because you tell stories and you move. And a lot of people just stand there and sing, and you move, and you're so elegant, and then this Zoftic voice comes out of you. It's amazing. And then you moved along, and what other shows and what other stars have you worked with?
Well, when I was performing at the Desert Inn for a number of years, and one of the, they called them whales back in the day. They were the high rollers, and there were a group of gentlemen that would come in from Tennessee, and they wanted me to record in Nashville. Well, not being a country artist, I was like, how do I do this? And they said, oh, we'll take care of you. We've got the best of the best. And you'll record in the daytime and sing in Printer's Alley in the evening.
Oh, my word.
So they set me up beautifully. I was working with Gary Paxton, who's a Grammy Award-winning producer. And we did a couple of songs. And then in the evening, I was with a group called the Super Pickers. And they were the top recording artists in Nashville. And I had never even seen a steel guitar before.
Oh, aren't they magnificent?
Oh, my gosh. And all of a sudden, I had a steel guitar player in my band, and I was trying to find out their names because there's no rehearsals there. There, they say, give us the gear, count it down, and meet you at the end. And that's pretty much how you did it.
Really?
And so I said to the steel player, buddy, what's your last name? And he pointed to the front of his steel guitar where it says Emmons, and it was Buddy Emmons.
Oh, my God.
So that was my first and only adventure with a steel player, and it was Buddy Emmons. And then George Jones would be coming in, and Waylon and Willie, and we'd hang out with Waylon, Willie, and the boys all the time. And
you're so informal. You just fit in everywhere you go. And I remember the very first time I saw you was at the Italian American Club, and you'd done this show with Rita Lim, and I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting in the audience, and you've put together a program with advertisers and everything. No show in Las Vegas wastes their time doing that. I was so impressed. And then you come off the stage into the audience. I mean, she's a magnificent singer who's been here for a long time. She comes out and she shakes everybody's hand and smiles at them, and you're something.
Well, thank you. But I appreciate, I'm so grateful for the people that come out to see us. What would we be if we didn't have an audience?
Well, not everybody thinks that way. But you're right, but so few people do. I know the Bronx Wanderers have always impressed me because the father was in the music industry, putting other
Right.
people out there, and then he stands on stage and thanks everybody
Absolutely.
for giving him a life, a career,
Absolutely.
and that's very meaningful.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is my happy place. The stage is my happy place. And because of the audience, I'm able to do what I love to do.
So when you came back to Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
you decided to go into business.
Well,
How did that happen?
That was kind of decided for me when there was a strike in Las Vegas. I was performing with the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. I would travel around the country with my band, and we would do a 30-minute show and sell Las Vegas. And that's how we developed the big international market that we have now. I'm so fortunate that I was part of that, putting all of that together. But in 1983, there was a strike here, and musicians were put out to pasture because of all of the recording and all that's going on now in the showrooms. And so when that happened, I was told that I could no longer perform for the convention center. They no longer had that budget. And my boss at the time said, why don't you go into booking entertainment for conventions, because you know how to work the room so well. You would know the different personalities of conventions. So I started booking entertainment and then booking models, and then went into full designing of corporate events. So I would design major events, and at one point we bought out the Bellagio for Coca-Cola, and we did huge events. So I quit singing for 25 years. I didn't sing a note.
And who are we?
Well, Gail Martin was my very first partner. And
How did you meet her?
my keyboard player at the time was Terry Ryan, who was just wonderful. But he was married to Gail Martin, of all people. And he said to me one day, we were in Reno performing, and he said, what do you do besides sing? And I said, well, I do a lot of convention modeling. And so he said, you should get together with my wife and start an agency. And that's how we started that. And then I got back into singing again. And then that's when the Nashville thing came up. And then moving forward to 1983, and then all of a sudden my business grew to a huge business until like 2008, when things started slowing down a little bit in the corporate world. And I started singing at fundraisers, and all of a sudden everybody wanted me to sing at their place, and all of a sudden I'm singing again.
Well, and we're so grateful you are.
Thank you. I'm having a blast. I hope everybody else is.
Well, then you happened to, throughout your career, you kept bumping into this guy, and you married him. Tell us about JD.
Well, that took a while. At the Desert Inn, I want to say 1974 is when he came to town. 1974, we met, and I was performing in one band. He usually worked in the showroom, but he was performing in the band opposite mine. And he tells me that he kept trying to go out with me, but I wouldn't look at him. But I was really shy.
He said that to me, too.
And we always kind of knew about each other. And then when I was at the MGM, the cocktail waitress that was working in the lounge I was performing in was dating him. And I'm like, oh, I know JD. And we just kind of knew about each other. And then I knew he got married, and he knew I married somebody else. And we crossed paths once in a while, but would never get together. And then I understand he would come in to see my show with his wife, but I hadn't seen him in 30 years, and we all changed the way we looked in 30 years. And one day he said, Renee, it's JD, and went over and said hello to him, and he and his wife. And then, unfortunately, she passed away, and I saw him a couple weeks later. We got him out of the house with a big group to come out with us, and we were chatting over dinner and just had a great time. And he said, will you have dinner with me? And I thought, oh my gosh, he's a married man, forgetting. And I said, is it okay? And he goes, she's not coming back. So I realized, okay, I got to change my way of thinking. And we've been together ever since. We got married as seniors. I was 67 and he was 73 when we got married.
Wow.
And we're getting ready for our 4th wedding anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
But he
you.
tells a story where he followed you all through your career.
That's what he says. I don't know.
Well, where are you going from here?
Well, we have a show next week at my mother's house. Fortunately, it sold out in 2 days.
I was lucky enough to get it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted you're coming there. And we're going to do that show. And then I've got another show at Temple near Tamid with the Sun City Anthem people. And then we're going on a cruise. We're going to be performing with the Les DeMiro Big Band on a jazz cruise in the Caribbean.
On
in
what
November. MSC, is that it? MSC?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Italian line.
Yes.
And there's 100 VIPs that Les DeMiro has his own entertainment for, his own big band. In addition to all the entertainment they have on the ship, there's a special group and a little jazz group, and we're going to be with them.
Well, I know you will intermingle with the people. However, do they encourage that when they hire you? Do they tell you?
No, we can kind of do whatever we want. So we don't really, we're working, but we're not working.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not really work to me when we get to sing and hang out.
And as I understand, the lines really treat entertainers very well.
Yes, that's what we've heard. I've only had one other experience on a cruise ship, and it was not a good one.
I know you've had some medical issues.
Yes, but we have the best insurance. We got the best insurance money could buy this time. If I get a hangnail, I'm being flown off the ship.
Well, we went on a cruise to nowhere, and we were in New York going underneath the Verrazano Bridge. They stopped the boat. Someone got off, and the captain came on and said, "We will not be late for nowhere." But we've had a medical issue, so that person is gone. And it was really a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
And we were on a retreat for travel agents at that time, years ago. And that was a good lesson for us all to learn.
Yes.
Also, I'm sorry I'm talking, but the fact that there was fog for 4 days. So we heard a foghorn for 4 days, every 3-4 minutes. But anyway, I digress. So we are so thrilled that you were willing to come into the studio and be with us.
Oh, thanks for asking. I had a ball.
Oh my goodness. You and JD, I'll tell you, JD was here and he played I'll call it a vibraphone, right?
That's correct. Yes.
That's the first time I've
did
ever
it right.
gotten it correct.
You did it right. Yes.
And he had his little
Oh, Mr.
skeleton,
Bones.
and Mr. Bones played it was just adorable.
Yeah.
You and he are a treasure.
Thank
and we're
you.
so happy that you spent time with us.
Thank you so much for having us. Appreciate you.
Now you're going to have us over to dinner, I hope.
Absolutely. He'll be cooking.
This is Sam Shockley from Vegas Beyond the Strip with Rene Hale, the beautiful Rene Hale.
I love the East, I love the West. The North and South, they're both the best. But I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore. I love the rock, but oh, what's more, with you, there'd never be a bore. 'Cause I love being here